What's up, everybody? So this is Monday and week 2 of GROW for the 2018-2019 school year, and I wanted to continue this video series, just giving you guys an understanding on how we're building out this model that we call the community supported education model with GROW. We're creating a tuition-free model. And for today, I wanted to introduce you guys to the infographic that we use to tell our story. And on one side, we have the problem, and on the other side, we have the solution, which is the community supported education model. So to set it up, we first share what the problem is, and what we believe is the problem to a lot of the ills that we continue to see in schools the results that we get from traditional schools decade after decade is based on the fact that it's built on a system of standardization and authoritarianism. And we see it as a systemic issue. There's no one person to blame. We're not pointing the finger at anyone. We're saying it is a systemic issue, and we created the community supported education model as a direct attempt to solve, a systemic problem with a new system. So some of the results that we've consistently seen in schools, over the years, over the decades, is bullying, dropouts, boredom and apathy, the school to prison pipeline, ever increasing intrusion into personal and family time, learning style stigma, as well as competition and stratification. For example, I'm better / smarter than, etc. So we see that as, some of the results that, some of the results in terms of what we continually to produce and we continue to put out into society. And a lot of people have the mindset that, oh, that's just a part of it. We're going to get some of that. Whereas as a systems thinker, as I'm trained to be a systems thinker. There's a philosophy out in the world called systems theory, and I'm trained in that. So I see these things as systemic problems, and they're things that continue to happen over time, but they don't have to. With the simple change in design, you can design out all these things. But we know that the results that we continue to get from these things that our education system continue to push out for a percentage of the children that go on to be adults, we continue to see fragmented communities, unfulfilled people, and untapped potential. So no matter where you live, there's people around who've gone through the system that feel like they're unfulfilled. There's a lot of adults in the world, no matter their socioeconomic background, that came through the traditional system that feel unfulfilled in life and feel like their potential is untapped. I've seen people who have really good careers and really good jobs that still feel like they're not really operating in the world as their most authentic selves. And that is a problem. So, and this is just some of the things that we see in communities that really struggle with these things, like substance abuse. The suicide rates they go up every year because of the pressures of standardized testing and things like that. Gang-related crimes. Teen depression is also on the rise across all socioeconomic, backgrounds. Crimes, and the prison population is full of people who drop out of school. So that's the problem. Now, in terms of the solution, for today, I'm only going to focus on one element, but right here, we have our community supported education model. And we have 3 stakeholder groups: GROW facilitators, community hosts, and parent partners. And all of them are coming together in support of children and teens because we want to facilitate the development of happy, engaged, and purpose-driven community contributors, family and community contributors. And the tool that we use to do that is self-directed education. And down here we have information and blurbs about self-directed education. I already told you guys, about self-directed education. Self-directed.org is the website to the Alliance for Self-Directed Education, if anyone's interested in learning more. But that's what we're doing. That's how we're bringing it together. So I want to highlight each of these different parts in the next video. I want to keep these videos short. So for the next video, I'll come back and talk about the GROW facilitators and their role in the community supported education model, and getting us closer to me explaining, how we're doing this with a tuition-free model. So until next time, I love y'all. Peace.